Welcome, welcome, welcome to a new video. This is going to be a tarot guidance oracle reading, and it's going to be timeless. It's going to reach to you when you're supposed to listen to this, and you can, of course, come back to it whenever you want to. Always trust your intuition first. It's going to be a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's begin. What do we have for this person who's watching this video? A lot of fun times ahead. So you got the Sun card. It's the card of joy. And Four of Swords. I'll show you the cards. It's the card of deep rest and healing, and then taking charge. This is the most joyful card in tarot. The Sun. See how the youthful energy, the young baby is like celebrating. So good times ahead. July and the last few weeks I know have been very tough for a lot of us. Um, you are required to do some deep healing, some rest. Like you see this person, he has rested his swords. He's not fighting, not doing anything, just lying flat. So maybe some deep healing you need to do. If you have been thinking of working with a spiritual guide, a healer, a coach, a tarot reader, an astrologer, whatever, if you have been considering that, maybe it's time to actually take that step, because the next card is Chariot. This is about taking the step. This is about driving your car at full speed, not the car, safety regulations, but driving yourself at full speed at a very fast pace, because you have taken rest. So this is after you have taken rest. Take some time off from what you do usually. So after you have done that, you're supposed to be taking action. You're supposed to be taking fast action, because after your resting time, you would have figured out what clarity you needed to take the next step. And then you can, rather than being distracted, unfocused, you can be courageous and jump onto the next step that is for you. There may be some delays that you experience, and those delays will come from um, a need for character building. So that sometimes the delays are divine, like universe is delaying some things, some activities for you because universe has better plans for you. Sometimes some delays are meant to be character building instances. So during those delays, we learn how to be patient. It happened like a few weeks ago. I remember I was very desperately wanting to do something and it was just not happening. And because I've done this work like for a decade now, um, I reflected. I said, isn't it interesting that after a long, long time, I've been wanting something and it's just not happening. I wonder what is it here to teach me? So I think maybe you're supposed to learn something here, something around patience, something around resilience, something about perseverance. And then try your best. And this is like a new deck, but the same card, Chariot, follow through. This is the card of speed. You see how fast the horses are running, but the person riding them, he is very clear where he wants to go. He knows what his next few steps are. So you will know your next few steps, but they are going to come after you have taken some rest, after you have given yourself some space to reflect. So, not before that, not like, okay, I need to know now what are the next 10 steps. Wouldn't work that way. What needs to happen is you slow down, take a little bit time off. If you can, take a whole day off. If you can't take a whole day off, just take 3 4 hours to yourself. Go for a nice coffee, go for a walk in the park. If you live near mountains, go to go closer to nature, go closer to yourself, wherever you can do that. Not with others, not with your partner, your kids, your parents, your friends. No, just for yourself. um Spend a little bit time with yourself, and you will get a lot of clarity on what you're supposed to do next in your life. Because whatever you need to do, you need to do it fast. But you cannot get clarity while you're already in action. You'll only get clarity after you have taken a little bit of space, after you have taken a little bit of rest. Yeah. So you might experience actually some form of resistance to creating something. You're supposed to be creating something. I don't know if you're a content creator, entrepreneur, if you have a job, if you're a student, you're supposed to be creating something, but there are certain fears that you have that are delaying that creation. But you're meant to be creating with people. You are ready to plan stuff, but it just feels like you're a little bit overwhelmed right now. Like a lot is going on in life, and you're not getting that space. You're not getting that time and space and environment to reset yourself. So your nervous system needs some resetting first before you start taking action. And you're ready for the action. It's just that one step before you take action is to reset yourself, like how we do the mobile phone factory data reset, right? So turn yourself off for a few hours or a day or two, and you're ready for very fast paced actions. This is a time for resilience. This is a time for you to practice the courage. You might experience some um, conflict at workplace or wherever you work, but it will teach you emotional intelligence. It will teach you how to practice resilience, how to practice um, restraint. That's the word I was getting. How to practice restraint. Um, Overall, through this whole process, you're going to within a few months, you can come back to this video and tell me, through this process of learning resilience, delays, working through your fears, taking rest, taking action, you're going to learn so much more emotional intelligence. So you'll be so much emotionally mature. You'll develop so many skills that you need in order to actually do what you're here to be doing. Yeah. So let's pull some spirit animal oracle. Let's see what spirit animal message we have for you today. So, flamingo spirit, embracing the in between. So, I think because what's happening is you're not in your past, you're not in your future either. You're somewhere in the middle. You're somewhere in, not in the storm, but you're also not at a very peaceful situation or a place. So, you're somewhere in between, and it's one of the most difficult places to be because you're not here, you're not there. And that's exactly what we need to embrace, embracing the discomfort. And something I've learned, like coaching like thousands of people over these years, is you really grow from inside out when we learn to embrace the discomfort. And this is such a big step in that, to embrace the in between, because you're a work in progress. So you don't need to wait for a lot of clarity. Your first step is already ahead with you. Just take a little bit time away, and you'll get a lot of clarity what to do, what not to do. Let's see a light worker card. Mm. So get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive people, connect with nature. That's how you are going to reset, connect with nature. So that might be going for a walk. That might be maybe a 1 day trip if you can go for a weekend trip. It could be going for a taking a getting a takeaway sandwich and sitting on a park bench and just being with yourself, looking at how the nature is ever evolving. It's going to help you get grounded. And when you're walking in nature or when you're sitting on a park bench, I wonder if you can touch the grass, if you can actually put your feet barefoot on the ground, um, especially on grass, on soil. That really helps us ground a lot better. That's how your nervous system is going to be reset. It's not going to be reset by watching another movie or, you know, going to club or having a hangout with friends. Sometimes there's a place and time for that. Right now, the time is to see how the person is just sitting closer to nature, being grounded with so many flowers. Yeah, so I wonder if flowers can be a sign for you. Tell me if you have seen some flowers, if you really like flowers, if you have flowers around you. Yeah, let's pull an inner child oracle card. Let's see how you can take care of your inner child today. Oh, go on an adventure. Try something daring. Today is the day to try something daring. Interesting. I don't know what that means for you. What adventure can you take today? Is that asking someone out? Is that making a proposal? Is that asking for an opportunity? Is that asking for a feedback? Seek guidance in this. So, if you do not have a coach, or if you're not a part of a community where they hold regular sessions, get yourself a coach. It's such a cheat code to success in life, in career, in relationships, in personal and professional life. Get even a free group works. Why not? For starters, but definitely work with someone. Take some guidance. And I think this is a very clear message. Connect to the eternity within. Let yourself be held by love. So that happens when we connect with nature, when you actually go out in nature and you just surrender to the flow of life. You see what's happening, how the nature is taking care of itself. The surrender becomes easy when we are in nature. It's very difficult when we are closed by concrete, by, not in the nature, by bigger buildings. But when we are in nature, again, does not mean you need to go and live in nature 24/7, but a regular walk or just for the next few days, if you can go and actually just doesn't even have to be a forest. It could be a, park. Go for a walk somewhere where you can see some trees, where you can see some grass, where you can see a lake, where you can see some mountains, where you can see some clouds, where you can see some, I don't know, maybe even rain. So connect to eternity within and remember that the answers are going to come from here as well. So even when I say that you need to, get yourself a coach or a guide or someone, um, please make sure that that person is helping you figure out your answers. They are helping you tap into your intuition, your intuition. So you don't want Google. You don't want like, okay, here's the question, give me the answer. No, wouldn't work that way. Google is a better platform than actually getting a coach if you just want answers. What you want is some skills, some perseverance, some. So I'll show you the card. So the courage to actually tame a lion you hold. So your inner fears, your inner shadows. So how can you connect to the eternity within? Can you take a little time away? Can you take a little time to relax, to recharge, to refresh yourself? Yeah. Let's get some moon guidance. What else do we need to know? What else does this person need to know? A new romantic cycle begins. So, this new romance could be with a new partner, or it could also be with yourself. If you have been very hard on yourself, if you have judged yourself so much, if you have criticized yourself a lot, if you have not um, been gentle with yourself, Maybe it's going to begin with yourself first. A new romantic cycle begins. Being very gentle and loving and kind with the sentences we say to ourselves. This is where we say a lot of things, right? Oh, I made this mistake again. So you noticed you made a mistake, but what do you tell yourself after that? Is it like, oh, I'm such a shitty person, I do that always? Or is it, made that mistake? That's okay. Let me see how can I avoid doing that again. I wonder why that happened. Let me see what can I learn from this. So can be loving and kind to yourself. A time to give rather than take. Being more generous. Um, it's actually a time for you to give and spread a lot of love. And it's going to begin by loving yourself first, and then you're ready to spread that love with others as well. Yeah. Your hard work is paying off. You're already on a trajectory to something really big, to something really meaningful. Even if you don't feel like that, it's okay if you don't feel like that at the moment. You're on the trajectory to create and experience something really big. It cannot happen with hustle. It will happen with resetting yourself. It will happen with taking a rest. It's going to happen with aligning yourself with who you really are from inside, connecting with nature. And then you're ready for action. Then you will get the clarity to what do you need to do next. Um, let's pull some angel numbers and we'll end this guidance video here. What do you need to know? So 6363. So the numbers I'm telling, see if it comes up in the next few hours or days for you. So the message is keep the faith. Like I said, it's going to be testing times. There's going to be some delays, some resistances, and you need to learn how to practice courage, how to practice resilience. No matter how tough things get, remember that hope always exists. Your angels are guiding you through these challenges, reminding you the brighter days ahead. Um, do we want to do one last card? Let me see. Yeah, one last angel number 1155, self reflection. Told you, you need to reflect first. You need to take some time and space. Take time for self reflection. Evaluate the areas in your life that drain your energy and decide what needs to change to restore your happiness. So that's how you will be ready for taking action. It's going to come after a period of self reflection. I hope this was useful for you. Let me know in the comments below. And a reminder, I do weekly sessions in my community, Love Seeds, and it's my gift to the community. So it's free to join. I'll put the link in the description. I also have a free ebook. You can check that out. Check the link in the description and put some hearts or some angel numbers in the comments. I'd love to see if this is resonating with you. I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.